Greetings everyone, this is Dr. Colosimo from Juan Diego. This is our 6th installment of the weekly Juan Diego, and today I'm here with junior student Britton Bennett. Your nickname is BB, right?
Yes.
They call you BB?
Yes, BB.
Or did I just make that up?
I think you made it up, but my parents call me BB.
Your parents call you BB, but then I arrived at the same time.
Yes.
You're BB.
Yes.
So if I call you BB, it's good.
Yes.
If I call you Britton, it's good.
Yes.
If I call you Bennett, it's good.
Yes.
Any of the above.
Any of the above.
If I call you all of the above, is that good?
All of the above might be an interesting one.
That's
but I think
a stretch,
it might be
right?
joke, yeah.
All right, so we're going to start with BB. All right, so we're here on the occasion of the All Saints Day Mass, All Souls Day Mass. We combine both of those events into an annual gathering, and we're in the Great Hall, standing in front of the Altar of Remembrance. And can talk a little bit about the Altar of Remembrance, BB?
So the Altar of Remembrance is a lot about honoring the saints and souls that have passed before us. So a lot of students can bring photos of their loved ones who have passed away, for example, grandmas, grandpas, anything, and it's to honor the dead and those who have came before us.
This is the Altar of Remembrance. They do this in parishes, and we just kind of copied that tradition. So if you go to Sunday Mass this week, most parishes will invite parishioners to bring photos of their loved ones. They keep them on the altar, and so we just picked up on that tradition. Any loved one that has died at any point is allowed to come to the Altar of Remembrance.
I didn't know that. That's
right.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool, right? We're going to have Mass in the gymnasium today.
Yes.
Will you talk a little bit about that?
So this is a kind of new type of Mass that we haven't done before. We've done All Souls, All Saints Mass before, but we've had more of an inspiration this time. Usually this Mass would take place in the auditorium, but this time it's going to be taking place in the gym, and it's more of an intimate, new feeling for Mass, as you'll see as we go in.
So we're trying something new.
Yes.
And we've had Mass in the gym before, but the way we're doing it this time is a little bit different.
Yes.
We've learned some things from a school back east, and we're trying to pick up and find. We don't know if it'll work or not, but we're trying.
These new. Mass in gymnasium is usually for like our larger masses, but this time it's only for high school and middle school.
That's still pretty large. There'll be like 1,000 students and another 200 adults that'll be here. So this will be a Mass today, smaller, but there'll be 1,200 people at this Mass today. So it'll be the largest Mass in the entire diocese of Salt Lake City today. But when we typically have Mass, if we bring the elementary over, it's like 2,500.
Yes.
So today it's half at 1,200. Okay, so let's go into the gym and you can talk a little bit about what's going on. Talk to us about the student ambassadors here that are like getting final instructions.
So the student ambassadors are part of our Campus Life program, and for Masses, they really try and like serve Mass and serve the whole like community. Part of the main job is like Eucharistic ministers, and that's more of a like student-led program, which is a new thing we're also doing with Mass is all of our Eucharistic ministers are students, and the ambassadors aren't going to be doing that job, but they'll be guiding people from ushers.
So they're like ushers,
yes.
right? So they help people get in and out of the church. This is a church today, and then get into their seats and know when to stand and sit and do all those things that make Mass work. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Mass is scheduled for about an hour and a half, so all the preparations for Mass are being conducted now, and it's student-led. We're trying to get the students to take charge of the entire Mass. So for those who are unfamiliar, we're in the middle of the high school gymnasium, and we're trying to turn this into a sacred space in order to have our All Saints / All Souls Day Mass. So talk to this audience a little bit about why this is set up the way it's set up.
Part of the new inspiration from the St. Benedict's trip, which is a school back east that we really got inspiration from, is to have the altar on more of the same level as everyone during Mass. So if you can kind of see, there's no stage, there's no anything hoisting up the altar in front of anyone.
So it's just simple.
It's just quite
instead
simple.
of having like a grandiose auditorium type experience, this is more basic, and that the altar is brought down to be at the level of the congregation.
Yes.
And it's intentional. It's not like we're trying to save money on it.
It's very intentional. It's all about having a more intimate experience with Mass, not this big fancy. It's quite much simpler, as you said. Well,
so where will the students be sitting during All Saints Day Mass?
The students will be sitting all in the bleachers. We'll have high school on both sides. And then in the back, we'll have the middle school.
The middle school sits in the back. And then talk to us about all these chairs, the cafeteria chairs that we have here.
All these chairs we have here are going to be for
Walk
the loved ones who of those
family members,
family
right?
members,
and
yes.
they're invited back, right?
Yes, all the people who have passed are invited back of the family, and they're going to be right here, and they'll have all these seats for themselves.
These will be for guests.
Yes.
And the deal is that anybody in our community who worked here, went to school here, was very connected here for lots of reasons,
Yes.
they are honored on the occasion of their death.
Correct.
And so we do it annually for those that have died in the past year. And then talk to us a little bit about what you see here. What is this?
So these are the particular 8 people who have passed in the last year, honoring them with candles and pictures from their loved ones. And this is really the heart of All Saints.
This setup is unusual, that the altar seems far away, but yet it's at the level of the congregation. And then in the middle between the altar and where our guests will sit is this little display. And it's a display of what we think are the 8 people in the Skaggs Catholic Center community that have died in the last year.
Yes.
And we've invited their family members to come as a memorial, and then anyone from previous 25 years. And lots of times people come from whose loved ones maybe died 24 years ago, 25 years ago. So it varies from year to year, but they're all invited back. And then we do a special thing for those that have died in the last year.
I think that's really nice for the community because it honors the ones who came before us, and all of Juan Diego has been founded on these people too, even the students before. It creates a sense of tradition for it.
Yeah, it's a nice tradition. It's part of our Catholic faith that, that our life has a beginning at baptism, and then it has an ending when we die and go to God.
Yeah.
And so it's the whole cycle that our Catholic faith is committed to, that we don't just let people die and then not remember them, but we're all connected in the community of saints and souls. And that's what we're remembering on All Saints Day and All Souls Day. Okay, so let's stop here, Britton, and then a little later I'm going to meet with you out at the Shrine of Our Lady of Sorrows.
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Good. We're out here. It's been several hours since we spoke this morning, but we just finished the All Saints Day Mass in the gym, and now there's this procession that takes us to the Shrine of Our Lady of Sorrows.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about this.
So the Shrine of Our Lady of Sorrows it's over here at the edge of the field, but it's where all of the plaques of all of the deceased community members of the Skaggs Catholic Center have the plaque put up on the wall, and it's a ceremony where it's honoring the deceased, and it's usually after Mass, and it's just super.
It's after Mass on All Saints Day.
Yes.
And now, where is the shrine? Like, most people don't know we have this, but describe where the shrine is.
The shrine's a bit confusing. So right now we're on the track field behind the football stadium, and the shrine is way in the back corner of the stadium and track field.
We have 60 acres of land here. It's in the southeast corner. Most
Yes.
people don't even know it's here, right?
No.
Now, that was actually done on purpose because we wanted the shrine to be in a very quiet, kind of sacred space. And as we walk over there, you'll see that it's true to that. Then it has a beautiful view of the Wasatch Mountain Range behind it. We've had our ceremony for the Feast of All Saints Day. We've installed the plaques. So talk a little bit about this space behind us.
So this space, as I said before, is our Shrine of Our Lady of Sorrows. So you can see all the plaques on the walls are all names of the deceased.
Walk this way and we'll show you.
It's really a sacred space because not only is it honoring our campus, but the community members that came before us as well. And then we have the Pietà sculpture as well.
She's the image of Our Lady of Sorrows,
Yes.
Mary holding the crucified Christ. That's the image of Our Lady of Sorrows. And we chose that because it was fitting for a memorial of deceased friends
Yes.
and workers. So we opened in 1999. This was commissioned in September 2001. And the first plaque that was on this wall was an English teacher that started with us and then died shortly thereafter. Her name is Dr. Patricia Coleman. And so every year we add, it depends, some years, like this year we're adding 8 plaques, and some years 2 or 3. Always, every year, there is a loved one that goes before us and we have this ceremony. So we're going on 24 years of doing this. And we have their names and a cross, and then the years in which they lived, and then the year that they died or the role that they had in the school. So like if you're a former student, you're a member of the class of 2010. If you were a coach, if you were a teacher, if you were a benefactor, those names are all there. And I guess one of the things I worry about, I don't think it'll affect us, in my lifetime, but there'll come a day when we'll be completely out, right? Like when we built this wall, I thought, oh, wow, that'll last 100 years, and maybe it will, but I worry sometimes, what are we going to do when the wall's completely filled, I guess we'll have to build a wall or something after, but it's a nice space, and it's a good way to remember people, and I think you'll agree that the background is very pastoral, and very comforting and healing for people to come and know that there's a place at the Skaggs Catholic Center for those that have gone before us.
Thank you, Dr. Colosimo.
Well, Bibi, you did a good job. That's your new nickname. Thanks for helping me with this edition of the Juan Diego Weekly, and we look forward to having it published.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.